Hi guys, Bitcoin Bankers here, and we're going to have a look at the market today. It is New Year's Eve, it's Australia, and I think there's some interesting things happening, starting to roll out. Just going to make this a quick one, focus on Bitcoin. Please like, please subscribe. I'm not selling you anything, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to donate, anything like that. This is all done for your benefit. I make no profit anywhere. So why don't we jump over, have a look at Bitcoin, like, subscribe, share as well. Okay, thanks. Let's have a look. Okay guys, so we're looking at Bitcoin on the weekly here. I'm going to make this as quick as I can because it's New Year's Eve and we all got things to do, but this is a very important time to be looking at the charts, all right, and just do a review. Okay, so what we have, this is the daily. We recently had this, it's been moving down for a long time, and if you look at my last few videos, we had this push up and I said it's coming down, it's going to sell off more. Sure enough it did. Okay, all the YouTubers were telling you to get in here and you probably would have lost money, okay, because they don't know what they're doing. They're telling you all sorts of bullshit, throwing the line, pulling you in like a fish. All right, I'm not here to do that. So okay, so what we have now is we had a bit of a breakout of the channel. Okay, it's definitely coming back in. You can see the moving averages moving downward and pointing down, so there's definitely more volume. This can turn around and shoot up, but it would take a massive amount of volume that is not currently there. Okay, there is a bit of a death cross moving in. I don't like the names of those, but you know, it's a crossover nonetheless. Might take a few more days yet, maybe another week or two. Other people may show their time frames a little bit sooner, but either way, they're coming into cross. Okay, so you have your 200, these are your 50, and your 50 is going to cross over downward. All right, that is bearish when the price is underneath. All right, so we have volume here. We have some selling starting to occur. We have our stochastic, all right, and our D wave, which is a longer term sort of showing the trend, and we have our K line here. All right, moving into oversold territory, but it's not oversold yet. There's still a lot more. It's only just breaking through there, so there's more downside time likely. Okay, let's go down to the 4 hour. All right, so our 4 hour stochastic, she broke at the top, and you can see this big gap here. Normally in a gap when they're Bitcoin's moving, they cross like this. There's a bit of power, there's momentum there, but when it's on the stochastic, and you see this move apart, it's like there's just not a lot of strength. There's just people getting excited and they're all jumping in, but there's no underlying sort of enthusiasm pushing that along. We're seeing an increased amount of selling on a shorter time frame in the volume. All right, let's have a look. Our candles, generally speaking, we have a reversal here. All right, we have our moving average 250. There's our 13 and our 5 minute. They're all pointing down, they're all moving downward. People are trying to probably buy in. There's probably buy orders coming in because the YouTubers are telling everyone to jump in, it's going to the moon. I don't think so. Most people, what they do out there, these YouTubers, they'll say, well, it could go this way and it could go that way. It's like, well, everybody knows that. What I'm going to tell you is what I think it's more likely to do, and where I think it's really headed based on all the information I'm providing. Doing a video, coming out saying, oh, I think it's going to go here, I think it's going to go there, but we could go down here. Well, everybody already knows that. Okay, you're not bringing anything new to the table. And these Bitcoiners, influencers, they know nothing. Okay, here's something else I'm going to show you. Have a look at this. The order book. All right. 2.2 million on this exchange. This is a small exchange in Australia. 2.3 million. All right, sell orders compared to 1.2. That's double the volume of selling to buying. Double the volume. Okay. Last time I saw it big like this was around this mark here. Okay. Now look, can we pop up? Of course, you know, but the volume is not there for us to go up. Okay, and like I said before, it's all pretty much comes down to market makers and you know, kind of where they want the market to go. They manage the market. It's their multi-billion-dollar fluidity that is going into this market. All right, not yours. So they're not going to give their money away easily. All right. Okay, so that's the 4 hour. All right, we've gone through our moving averages, our candles, our stochastic, and our volume. Okay, let's come down to the 1 hour. All right, so the 1 hour, we're making a bit of this W pattern here. I can draw it out. Bit of a W formation here, here. But on this side, it hasn't really come down a lot. All right, I don't know if there's really enough there to make a strong W pattern. It doesn't have the momentum. It hasn't broken above the moving average on the 50. So I don't think there's really much of a W playing out, especially if it's going to keep going down. So if it comes down and sort of rests on the M2, which I think it'll break through, but if it does come down and rest there and start to move up, you'll have your W pattern, okay? And you can start to plan, okay, we might have a bit of a boost up, but I don't think that's going to happen, okay? What we have is a drop in volume. Look. Whoops. The volume is fading away again, okay? People are not interested. They're not buying, all right? It's just dying off. The volume has really died off, and now it's becoming more bearish. All right. So we have the stochastic, which does look like it could turn around and shoot up, and we might get this a little pump. But I don't think it's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is this is going to get heavier and heavier, and it's going to push our K line down. All right. Now D wave is just going to keep moving downward. All right. It's struggling to get over the moving averages here. All the averages are pointing down. This, like I said, this is the 1 hourly. Okay, all the averages are pointing down. It can't break above here. It's just not doing it. It doesn't have the momentum. All right. Now here's the other thing. Let's have a look at the order book. On the order book, we have all this liquidity down here, 45 to 46, 43, and some really heavy liquidity down here. All right. You can see, I think it was that 350 Bitcoin here. All right, so the market makers want to come down. They want to get all this. They want to push down and suck all this up. All right. Now, what they might do is come down here first, bounce around. Once they take all this, you might see some come up here. But at the moment, there's no orders here. There's almost nothing. Look. All right. And this is probably making some people think, well, it's going to shoot up. It's going to shoot up. Yeah, it could, because there's no resistance here at all for it to really shoot up as far as orders. There's no one placing higher orders. There's no one placing sells here to try and snare you in. It's all down here, okay? And they want to grab that liquidity, all right? They want to take that liquidity and suck it all up. And then we'll have to decide what move they're going to make from there. It could keep going down, could go up. There was some here, it's disappeared. Maybe that was some spoofing, all right? But I think it's more or less people starting to realize, I better take my long off the table because this could go right down and just keep going down. So the order book is very interesting because, like it says, it's not showing that there's any liquidity for the market makers or even its algorithms to come up and grab. There's nothing here. And what you're seeing is people still buying in. All right, they think it's going to go up. They're probably placing longs. They're placing buy orders. All right, and once people start placing buy orders and stuff here, they're going to get wrecked because this will just dump and start eating down this liquidity. All right. So anyway, guys, that's a quick kind. You can see the candle here too. Yeah, look at the moving averages. They're all coming down. This thing could keep coming down, and it's going to, I think the next targets are probably 45, 46, which is down in this region here, all right, which brings you down to the M1, all right, the mean between the sort of pivot points, yeah, and basically, I think we're headed down towards the M2, and then eventually towards the M1 at 45, all right, so best thing to do is enjoy your New Year's. Be careful trading. I wouldn't even trade this. I'd be staying right out of it. Whether it's short or not, it's just really a vulnerable area. I won't even say volatile. I'll say it's vulnerable. High risk. All right. We need to see where it's going before you make any decisions on placing orders. All right. that is the safer way to trade. It's up to you. This is Bitcoin Bankers. If you like my material and you're not interested in, if you're not interested in having people sell stuff to you all the time, come and support my channel. Share it around. I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put it on a few places and YouTube. Okay? Have a great new year, and I'll see you next time.